canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch the safety creep. '61, matchbox lights. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check three, check three, check three. Check. Check, go.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
57. Mike, 57. I got it. Hatchet. 6'6", bullet high. Yep. Mine. Let's go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, and he fires one incomplete. Tried to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson, and an alley to run. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go!
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Man, I got you.
On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
Jonah, 15 line. 15 line. Greystone, travel. Switch.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stevens. This one caught by Isabella. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And an alley to run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down. How big?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Back to throw. Stevens looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stevens. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. That's out to Chubb, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, Charlie.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Stevens. That ball complete to Isabella. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Sam Cook now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 24-yard line. The
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jackson now off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Draw play, Ingram now. And they'll blow that one back at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
I'm on. Under 10, 10. Quick dash. Hard. Check. Keep gripping.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, seam 6. Watch your slack. 57.
2nd and 14. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
57 the mic. Pilot, 64, weak. He's not going to get me. Check your hot read. Hey. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Stevens. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And the Jets have just scored to stretch their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
You ain't doing nothing.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's second down. To throw again. Stevens. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stevens. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
10-2 stop. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Stevens. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Stevens. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2nd and 11. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Delta. 57's Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stevens being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Slam. Hey, check 24. Bam. Look at me. Zipper. No. Off. Hey. Fight.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety Derwin James. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strike.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
57, Mike, 57. I'm here all day. Hey, Echo.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Back to throw. Stevens. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Yes, yes. It's going to be a long day. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here it comes. Go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Deuce.
And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 22. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevens. This is the tight end, Njoku. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
57 to Mike.
From the gun, Stevens to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Second and 9 now. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So Cleveland